Hello everyone and now welcome to a game between Chaemiko versus Lin. This game taking place here on Concealed Hill. Let's not look at the emptiness of the map. Let's go ahead and jump right on into this game. Chaemiko spawning as the red human player over here on the bottom left hand side of the map. Meanwhile, we have Lin all the way over here in the top right hand side in the blue trunks playing as Orc. All right, Orc versus Human in a 1v1 matchup, and well, I really enjoy. I don't know, for some reason, as a human player, as a caster, I like watching Human Orc, and I like to watch balanced games based upon the most recent amount of information. Um, well, most recent amount of information at the highest tier, we're seeing that Undead seems to have a bit of an unfair advantage, and I know that I don't often showcase human or undead beating human all that much, but that is because, well, I don't have a full sample size of all of the replays or all of the games out there. I try to highlight, or my replay screener tries to highlight games that are interesting, a lot of lead changes, back and forth, and not just one giant snowball. It would be kind of like watching a football game, and in the first 15 minutes, if it's 3-0, well, you kind of expect the outcome to be a certain thing. For all of you American players, if you're watching a soccer game and it is a 3-0 after the first 15 minutes, well, you kind of know what to expect. But then again, players have games do come back from those situations, and those are complete meltdowns. And well, if you watch that game, it's really entertaining, but you wouldn't want to continue watching a 3-0 game. Anyways, let's go ahead and take a look at what Chaemiko is going to be doing. Footman off over here at this rock golem creep camp by the goblin laboratory. Going to go ahead and pull aggro away. Archmage already making its way over. And of course, my allergies are coming to get me. Archmage gonna go ahead and attempt to take down the Forest Troll High Priest. There's a bit of, well, inner fire going already. Militia with that, a bit of extra bonus damage. Inner fire onto that Forest Troll High Priest. He will get taken out pretty fast. Double water elementals to try and finish it off here, as the Archmage doing a very aggressive job. And they're going to finish off the Rock Golem, pick up a potion of invulnerability, pick up the Tome of Intelligence, and now attempt to fight back here, as he may end up losing a handful of Militia during this exchange. Level 2 already on the Archmage. Brilliance Aura should be added in. There it goes. There goes a couple of Peasants as well, as this game is already off to the races. All right, a lot of damage to be had. Peasants could get taken down here. Just a lot of follow-up damage. Lin making sure to punish for this aggressive creep pattern coming in from Chaemiko here, as the Footmen now chase away that Farseer. Archmage gonna go ahead and put in some damage here. We're looking at where this one Militia, oh, it looks as though, oh, that one Spirit Wolf is about to get taken out. One more shot should do it. No, resummoning in order to deny that little bit of extra experience. Hello, I am doing all right. Just trying to hang in there. Things can always be better. You can always complain. I'm, counting my blessings, sort of thing, but realizing that things are tough. Things are tough. It's this balance between realizing that I'm having a tough time, while at the same time, other people out there are having a tough time as well. Hello, Cart. How are you doing? Thank you for tuning in. Don't really recognize the name, but yeah, thank you for tuning in. Hopefully you are enjoying the stream, as well. Farseer continuing to, well, continue to put in more pressure on this water elemental, really denying Chaemiko this opportunity to try and level up more. Behind this, the Great Hall is already well on its way to tier 2, so Lin should be able to follow up with a tech advantage here. We are looking at a potential surround onto a Grunt. No surround on that Grunt. Grunt will be able to break free. Meanwhile, another Grunt healing at that Fountain of Health, while Spirit Wolves are just going to town inside the base itself. We're still looking at that Farseer, who doesn't have any healing salves or anything of that nature, doing quite a good job of sticking around, being close to that Archmage, and really shrugging off much of that damage. Oh, there goes an ensnare onto a Grunt there. One Grunt could get taken out. Are we going to see a Limb Ripper taken out? There we are. And now we're going to get a surround, a 4-unit surround onto that Grunt right there. Water Elemental taking quite a bit of damage. Archmage trying to rack up that damage as well. Is it going to end up being free? Is that Grunt going to end up getting taken down? I believe it will. Grunt taken out. Archmage now getting a little bit more experience and still trying to fight off more units as well. And then Snare goes down onto a Water Elemental and a Footman. Home of Strength picked up right there. Archmage, well, looking to finish off the remaining units. Archmage has to be very careful. Doesn't want to use a Potion of Lesser Invulnerability. Meanwhile, we're looking at the Footman finishing off the rest of that Crab Creep camp. Farseer about halfway to level 2. Voodoo Lounge should already be done. Tauren Chieftain is the follow-up hero. Healing Salve already being used as Lyn does not pick up, I repeat, does not pick up a Clarity Potion. So every bit of every bit of gold being used very cleanly by Lyn at this stage here, as the Farseer still walking around with a bit of harassment with just those Spirit Wolves, and the Tauren Chieftain now creeping out creep camps at level 1 with just Endurance Aura. I believe that's a lot of bodies. I know there's one Grunt in there, maybe a Footman in there as well, as we are looking at a Mountain King as that second hero, and now adding in a Lumber Mill. All right, Lumber Mill confuses me just a little bit. Are we going to perhaps be going into air? Air units, that would come as a bit of a surprise. Archmage now running around with Boots of Speed, able to get off a bit of harassment. We're looking at the Tauren Chieftain now trying to retreat back. Is he going to get taken by a fireball? No, he is not. Trying to disrupt that healing is so incredibly important, making your opponent to spend more and more gold on items. If you can, and it's just wasting your opponent's gold. All right, Chaemiko was trying to look for Lyn. Lyn did a double juke back around, making it difficult to try and trap this here, as we're going to look at a Shaman who gets a quick purge off on, no purge onto that Water Elemental, knowing that a purge would normally spell certain death here. There is now level 2 purge onto the Water Elemental. Final Archmage coming back around. Mountain King does have Stormbolt, but he is not going to be at the party nearly enough. Archmage, Mountain King with a whole bunch of Footmen. We are looking at a tech to tier 3. Oh, it could just be straight into Knights. Need to see perhaps the Blacksmith as well, but we are going into a very fast tech into tier 3. Archmage gonna quickly get into a bit of trouble with a Stomp right there, but that Stomp doesn't last nearly as long. Are we going to be looking at a Potion of Lesser Invulnerability? There's a Scroll of Speed, but we do see a Stormbolt right there on that leading Raider. Archmage continuing to launch fireballs from that back line. There goes another Stomp as well. Water Elemental could be in trouble. Farseer looking to get some damage onto some of those units, as the Archmage looking to still create some distance while giving Brilliance Aura to that Mountain King. Mountain King creating a little bit of separation, perhaps going to see a Stormbolt go back the other way. We're looking at, well, a little bit of a standoff here. 36 supply compared to 37. Footmen are retreating back. They're low on hit points. Archmage, what is he doing? Down to 97 hit points, but playing a very dangerous game. Keeping alive and still presenting an ever-present threat to try and stop Lyn. Lyn, however, is going to be getting a large amount of, well, a large enough amount of Shaman here in just a moment, which should allow him to perhaps purge down any Water Elementals and make this threat of Chaemiko just try to push in very, very silly. Like, yeah, a 9 minute, well, no, 8 minutes, 8 minutes, 17 seconds. Archmage continuing to go across here. Are we going to see a Stormbolt go down? We are looking at a potential, oh, Potion of Lesser Invulnerability. Tauren Chieftain purposely stopped his Stomp right there, as we're looking at some units getting pushed back again. All right, multiple Water Elementals getting taken down. There goes a Stomp right there. Archmage, maybe before to use the Scroll of Town Portal, it's going to be coming to an end here. Archmage trying to back away. Another Footman Stormbolt, perhaps onto a Headhunter, however, not going to get finished off. Or maybe no, Footman trying to get one last final shot. Yes, no, does not get the final shot off, as we now see level 2 on the Farseer. All right, it is double Griffin Aviary going into air and transitioning into perhaps quick Griffin are getting added in. Interesting call here. Lyn perhaps knowing that about this tech swap into Headhunters. Staff of Sanctuary, no Orb of Fire, not really a lot of healing coming in from the from the Orc army, and wow, still no Scroll of Regeneration to be had here. Water Elementals in that front line can absorb quite a bit of damage. Clarity Potion being used by the Archmage, and it looks like the Scroll of Regeneration going to be used here after all of the aggro has been pulled across multiple units. All right, Archmage looking to back away. Mountain King wants to get to level 2 and will be able to do exactly that. Potion of Replenishment should be transferred to that Archmage. Behind this, though, interestingly enough, interesting. We are looking at a Great Hall being placed down here. So Lin expanding behind this as we're looking at now a Paladin as that third hero. We are going into Griffins. We are looking at 45 over 54 supply animal war training. I don't believe it has been researched at all. 45 to 54 damage. And well, once this is scouted out, the strategy or game plans may need to be changed. 47 supply here. We're looking at an animal war training finally getting research here. We're looking at the illusion coming through around the far side. Are we going to perhaps, well, it does spot and reveal that there is a griffin out here onto the battlefield, double water elementals, and this is just going to be easy creeping for the Mountain King. With double griffins, with that magic damage, they're able to focus down units fairly fast. The problem is actually the Null Assassins with their medium damage, spreading poison damage across the Griffin Riders and attacking the air. Mountain King gets up to level 3, level 2 Thunderclap should be available. There's a Manual of Health. Meanwhile, Archmage should be trying to, well, nope, should be trying to save up a bit of mana. It does have a potion of mana there. Mountain King looking to back away. Triple Griffins here as we're looking at this creep camp now getting cleared up. All right. Another illusion lying in wait, ready to go. Lin knows that he doesn't need to attack as of yet. Double watchtowers in position as well to protect the main locations. Tauren Chieftain could try and clear out the Fountains of Health as well. Level 3, level 3. On both the first and second heroes on both sides. The difference being that the Paladin is the third hero for Chaemiko. All right. Units looking to engage here. Perhaps they're going to try and fight, clear out these Fountains of Health. That is something that it gives you access to. Easy access, easy clearing. And now with the watchtowers and orc burrows now done, trying to engage against that expansion is just not going to work out well. All right, looking to finish off a watchtower here. Mountain King acting as a bit of a pincushion, trying to absorb a lot of damage. Are we going to see a Holy Light onto that Griffin Rider? Needs to see it. That Griffin Rider needs to back away. Does back away in time as the units are now looking to get a Stormbolt down. And yes, that Shaman will get picked off. All right. Another Holy Light following up a Griffin Rider there. Mountain King perhaps going to land a Stormbolt onto that Kodo Beast. Scroll of Speed used in time as the units are looking to get away again. Mountain King trying to close in on that distance, unable to do exactly that. Grunts running to every which corner of the map, and Lin just doing a great job healing in multiple locations across the map and really using the great or the Fountains of Health to great effect. Farseer now pushing across here. Scout Tower quickly going to get canceled out here as we're looking at Arcane Towers trying to cause some damage back to these Spirit Wolves. Chain Lightning bouncing around. This one Spirit Wolf is going to be able to dish more damage as a Raider now dives on in as well. All right, this is going to be quite a bit of a problem. Mountain King comes in, gets a Stormbolt off onto a Wind Rider. That Wind Rider has seen better days, and, well, this will be his last day as the Raider is now going after this, well, the insides right here. It looks as though Stormbolt going to finish off that Raider. Level 2 now onto that Paladin. Are we going to see a Divine Shield or Devotion Aura? That is the question next. Paladin hasn't chosen an ability, well, that I can see. Coming back off to the north, though. Well, there goes a Headhunter. Headhunter trying to back away again. Only 375 hit points. Mountain King could easily get off a Stormbolt, finishing off that Headhunter once more. 75 mana gone, but one dead Headhunter. Meanwhile, Goblin Zeppelin continuing the harassment here. Grunts, Lightning Shield causing problems. Guard Towers are here as well, as the Spirit Wolves are just showing up with Grunts dealing all of that damage. All right, are we going to see a cancellation on this farm? That Grunt should just get finished off there. It gets taken out there. Is there a Goblin Zeppelin? Zeppelin is back off to the side. Are they going to find it? And that is the question to be had. Oh, they are actually getting ahead and in front of those units here, trying to scout out this location. This is absolutely tough. Goblin Zeppelin still double backing around, perhaps having a very good idea with that Sentry Ward where his opponent is. All right, it looks like it will be rinse and repeat once more. Chaemiko is just constantly getting pressured, and this expansion of Lin has been able to mine fairly freely as the Tauren Chieftain and the Farseer once more show back up inside the main base. There goes that Shaman. It gets taken down. Repairs are underway to try and fight back here. Arcane Tower getting some damage onto the Tauren Chieftain. Nope, nope. Now they need to go after the Farseer Water Elemental just a bit too far away again. And it is a main base trade for an expansion, which is never, well, a fair proposition, really. All right, 4 Griffins healing, well, healing Holy Light, trying to save those units again. Mountain King continuing to, well, finish off everything here. We're looking at the Tauren Chieftain and the Farseer just destroying peasant after peasant. Militia constantly being called to arms as the Goblin Zeppelin able to pick up and elevate and lift those units to safety. All right, we're looking at more units trying to engage here. There goes a quick ensnare down. Is the Griffin? Oh, beautiful save once again, as we may see another call to arms. Staff of Sanctuary, Staff of Sanctuary, bringing the Mountain King all the way back home. Are we going to see a bit of an engagement, perhaps trying to finish off some of those units? As this Headhunter, well, are these units going to end up getting taken down? There goes one unit, there goes another. So that last Griffin Rider able to finish off quite a bit of damage and able to finish off that Spirit Wolf there as well. All right, Griffin Rider going to get back up onto the high ground. Mountain King continuing to fight here. All of the remaining units are walking all the way back home, and it looks as though, well, that Grunt is going to end up teleporting out. All right, Militia, well, all the way back here, going to start retraining. Chaemiko purposely saved 75 gold just to make sure that it could continue to mine. Main gold mine off to the, or main expansion has been taken out. Griffins in the center portion of the map. Chaemiko sitting at 45 supply on a low or on no upkeep, so does have a slight gold advantage over his opponent. And meanwhile, we're looking at, well, both sides pretty weak from that exchange. We are looking at a good amount of sentry wards placed down by Lin. And with that, Lin has just been able to make better decisions. Knowing where your opponent is in a battle and knowing your opponent makes such a big difference here. Meanwhile, scout towers are trying to rebuild, and Griffins are able to, well, easily clean up that those groups of units once more. All right, Staff of Teleportation. Gonna go ahead and teleport back out of a dicey spot. Here comes the engagement. Mountain King is right there. A couple of quick ensnares, 3 ensnares onto Griffin Riders as, well, all of those units are just down. A Thunderclap slowing a bunch of units. Tauren Chieftain now gonna try and back away. Wind Riders getting, well, torn up as well. And Raiders with those ensnares able to create a little bit of separation once more. There goes another Raider again. Archmage, Staff of Sanctuary, Mountain King with decent items, Paladin does have Devotion aura to try and keep things alive, and I don't see a transition into Bat Riders as of yet. Rebuilding that expansion is an expensive proposition.
A player's forces are
Grunts
under
now
attack.
making their way down here. Kodobi's going to be coming back around, and really those sentry wards have been making such a big deal here. Griffin Rider going to be looking to back up here. Scout Tower, more peasants just trying to hide down to the south as the farms are going to get picked off here. All right, Scout Tower are going to be looking at a little bit of damage. In comes the units getting ready to engage. There's a little bit of damage going across here. Mountain King looking to perhaps get a Stormbolt off on a Kodobeast. Kodobeast does get stunned, and it looks like he will get taken out in a matter of seconds. Staff of Teleportation, Kodobeast down to 35 hit points now. Well, level 4 on that Mountain King. Mountain King trying to close in on that distance. Is going to be able to get off another Stormbolt. Yes, gets a Stormbolt onto a Raider. Raiders have been causing problems and snaring down units constantly as the Mountain King still chasing with those boots of speed, able to get another Stormbolt off, finishing off a Grunt right there. All right, picking off unit after unit. There goes those units. Paladin now sitting at level 3 as well. All right, running around the map. Oh, coming up back across the other side, Lin running around the map here with Raiders, Tauren Chieftain able to, well, perhaps get picked off once again. There's a little bit of damage. Archmage, well, however, caught pretty much out in the open. That's not the spot it wanted to be. It drops in a water element. Are we going to see a stomp? We should be seeing a stomp. There's a stomp, and there goes the Archmage. A quick, no, Holy Light saves right there. Pretty much down to the last possible second. That Paladin pops up out of nowhere as the Paladin, well, saves that Archmage. Ever so barely. Devotion aura coupled with everything else. All right, in comes Wind Riders. Wind Riders know that they need to back away, though, as the Mountain King and Griffins will be showing up to that party. Griffins in mass number able to out damage those Wind Riders. Griffins, are they going to be able to catch up? No, they will not. I know, that's fine. You're just distracting. All right, coming back through, Wind Riders heading back off to the north here. Expansion for Lin about to get operational. Main gold mines down to about, well, 1 minute, 1.5 minutes of mining here, 5 minutes of mining here since there has been so much harassment. Trying to find these griffins or these wind riders in the corners of the map, so key. One more shot, there goes another wind rider again. And Lin, well, pretty much everywhere around the map, constantly causing problems. Torrent Chief and Staff of Teleportation, Holy Light, Thunderclap right there. Arcane Vault trying to be rebuilt. No Arcane Sanctum, as there is a cancellation once more. Mountain King does not have enough mana. Needs to constantly get more and more mana again. Somehow Archmage is at level 4, pushing back the other way. Without a single Arcane Sanctum, no priest. And, well, humans really need to rely on that arcane vault to get those scrolls of regeneration. Archmage could actually easily clear out this fountain of health over here on the left side and do it pretty fast. There's a large amount of magic damage. As you can see, there goes that red drake getting taken down in an instant. Thank you, Ritos. Hi, YouTube. All right, yep. Thank you for tuning in. That was a beautiful save back there, way back when. Meanwhile, Torrent Chieftain drops in from the sky and able to, well, continue to cause problems. Chaemiko, yes, he has 3,000 gold in that gold mine, but it's not going anywhere really. Mountain King unable to Storm Bolt there, and, well, that is the benefits of mechanical units. They're naturally immune to, well, Storm Bolt, Polymorph, Shackle, all of those things right there. Coming back down to the south here, we're looking at, well, one lone griffin trying to hold back the units. We're looking at a Mountain King finding a shaman out in the open again. It looks like this should be an easy 1-2 punch, finishing that off. Belt of Giant Strength doing the necessary bonus damage to ensure that kill. Griffin Rider sitting on 1-1 upgrades. Meanwhile, Lin is operating on an additional base. Main gold mine has been mined out, and at some point, Chaemiko will be forced to try and rotate and figure out where to travel to next. Goblin Zeppelin in position, going to be dropping in. Another Throw versus Moon would be awesome, or 2v2s. No, I would love those as well. Try to get involved in some of the other casts. As there, are we going to see a Thunderclap? Yes, we are. Thunderclap dropping in, and we are looking at, well, damage getting added across the Stormbolt onto a Wind Rider. Wind Rider should end up getting taken down. More Griffins showing up to the party, and, well, no easy Scroll of Speed access to finish off this Goblin Zeppelin. Goblin Zeppelin now retreating back and will be able to head away. All right, Torrent Chieftain. Paladin, Torrent Chieftain dropping, running on the ground to give the Goblin Zeppelin a little bit of a faster maneuver speed with that endurance aura. Goblin Zeppelin able to get away quickly. Yeah, I've been wanting to do some 2v2s as well. I was trying to see if I could do the 2v2 on I think it was Friday or Saturday with Todd. Todd told me that Back to WarCraft had already gotten it, so, well, no luck there. TV2's Todd's Tag Team Tournament, just having an absolute blast casting those games when I have a free moment, as we're looking at the Paladin picking up a Robe of Magi. Now, this is a big deal. Thank you for the follow. This is a very big deal. The fact that Chaemiko has been able to take down both Red Drakes. By taking down both Red Drakes, he's picked up some of the best items on this map already. And what is this? We're looking at an expansion being placed in the middle by Lin. So he is taking that very obvious King of the Hill location here. And, well, there goes a Spirit Wolf right there. 350 hit points, not quite enough. A bunch of Griffins are already attacking your position. 5 Griffins in the air, 46 supply over 54 compared to 52 over 92. The army is, well, actually reasonable in size to each other, as this location could easily get cleared up here. Bat Riders are in position as well, though. That is going to be a dangerous spot here, as we're looking at Troll Bat Riders already coming across. Great Hall. Are those units going to try and save? Well, ends justify the means, taking down another Griffin right there. All right, continuing to engage. This is not a good spot at all for Chaemiko to try and fight. Watchtowers are also here as well, and we're looking at this Griffin just constantly getting purged and poked down, ensnared. and Chaemiko is this time the one getting caught out in the open. Mountain King prep trying to add in or gain that aggro. There's a holy light right there, and there's a little bit more damage. Thunderclap coming on through, Purge, the Raiders, Chain Lightning bouncing around, holy light, Tauren Chieftain with Lightning Shield as well. Griffin able to escape away at 6 hit points. Units are going to be backing away again. 46 supply. Chaemiko somehow coming out of there pretty cleanly as we're looking at the, well, Ogre Magi going to get cleaned up here. All right, Griffin regenerating some hit points. Archmage gets up to level 5 pretty fast as well. Going to go ahead and back away. Meanwhile, well, Troll Witch Doctor quickly gets taken out there, but there is now a sentry ward inside the base. Peon now trying to make its way down as well. A little bit more healing coming across here. Mountain King wants to get to level 5, but is just going to be a little shy. Paladin at level 3, Archmage at level 5. Mountain King just shy of level 5, level 3 Stormbolt and or level 3 Thunderclap could change the direction of this game pretty fast. Mountain King now making its way through. We do see a little bit of bonus damage coming through with that, well, splash damage right there, and there goes, well, one tower here. Mountain King gonna try and engage, double level up already. Mountain King does have mana. Is he gonna be able to finish things off here? There goes some more. Chain Lightning still bouncing around. Farseer at level 5 there with level 3 Chain Lightning. There is a follow-up Thunderclap as the Peons could get taken down here. Mountain King could be in trouble though. Are we gonna see another Thunderclap or something? Stormbolt, a departing Stormbolt finishing off, getting up to level 5, but Purge onto the Mountain King gonna prevent him from leaving, as that just is going to add more and more problems again and again. All right, Lightning Shield coming down. Tauren Chieftain, what's going on here? Tauren Chieftain could get taken down. Are we going to see a Stormbolt transferred? No. Potion of Lesser Invulnerability transfer. Farseer are going to be able to easily clean it up as units are falling left and right on both sides. Peons getting taken down here. Chaemiko down to 29 supply, but the army sizes are actually relatively about the same because, well, so many workers were lost. Farseer sitting at level 5. He is kind of stuck in the back here. Are we going to see a Tauren? Are we going to see a Scroll of Town Portal? That's the only real way to get back out of that tough spot there. Mountain King is, well, out of the game temporarily. Are we going to see a resurrection? Yeah, double level up, multiple heroes at level 5 does change things up. Trying to get more gold. Chaemiko sitting at 293 as we're moving across here. Paladin in that frontline spot trying to absorb that damage. However, the Watchtowers quickly switching back their targets, trying to deal extra bonus damage to those Griffins and their unarmored armor type, or their light armor type, excuse me. How can you have unarmored as an armor type? That just doesn't really make sense. Anyways, and then to say they have no armor, like buildings under construction have no armor, or but are not unarmored. All very confusing. All right, semantics and language is difficult. Tauren Chieftain able to stick around in that fight much longer than you would normally think. Meanwhile, Farseer summoning some more Spirit Wolves inside. Chaemiko in serious trouble right now. Only 1 minute of mining left. Meanwhile, Lin has a very, very large gold advantage holding on to his expansion in addition to this concealed hill extra 5th gold mine. That is a big deal indeed, as the amount of gold is going to eventually translate into a larger army. Meanwhile, the Archmage, Paladin, and the Griffins have been able to constantly push back against the Tauren Chieftain and the Farseer. Damage does start to add up, but why isn't Lin spending all of his gold? He has a large amount of lumber. He doesn't really need to be collecting any more of that. He is setting up a third gold mine here as we're looking at the water elementals absorbing damage, and you can see a little bit of push through here as well. Watchtower going to get taken out. All right. Continuing to put pressure here. Watchtower could get taken down here in just a second. Archmage does have a get out of jail free card. Scroll of Town Portal. Paladin in the back. Are we going to see an engagement there? Going to go straight up, take down this Raider. And, well, one strategy to try and, well, nullify how effective the Tauren Chieftain's Stomp is to have all of your units in the air. Mountain King, meanwhile, going to go ahead and engage against the Farseer. Are we going to see easy damage? Stormbolt. Oh! Farseer down to 63 hit points and is able to escape. Mountain King maybe should have held back on that Stormbolt just a little while longer, as we're going to look at another Wind Rider going to get taken out there. Paladin sits comfortably at level 4. Archmage sits at level 5. Mountain King now back out onto the battlefield with a belt of giant strength. It is level 3 Brilliance Aura over level 2, over level 3 Water Elementals. That means extra mana across the board. There's a denial right there, as the Mountain King desperately needs a large amount of mana. All right, coming back through, are we going to see a Stormbolt onto that? Yep, onto that Troll Bat Rider, which represents a lot of hit points and some experience as well. Water Elemental is going to get purged. Well, yeah, purged down, and at some point, well, you know that you shouldn't really be trying to get any more water elementals. The water elementals simply are not working. In that time, however, Tauren Chieftain did get to level 6. We've seen a Tauren Chieftain of the Orc army carry the entire team on its back. And, well, we now also have a Tome of Retraining, Endurance Aura, and Reincarnation. Shockwave games are coming back across here. Let's take a look. Tauren Chieftain going to go ahead and Shockwave down and finishes off 3 quick peasants there, dealing damage onto those farms as well. Tauren Chieftain should be able to easily just rack up damage onto buildings and then walk away, rinse and repeat. And if this turns into a game of attrition, having a Tauren Chieftain be able to bounce back up so easily really just bodes well for that strategy. There is the GG. Chaemiko realizing that, well, since my opponent has another base up and operational, there's not much he can do. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed it.